let's say 30%, because they're starting to earn their keep now. Anyway, no droids, no bounty hunters, no Raylos, no Ray Nobodies, no black pills, no black pill blobs, no shills for the sequel trilogy, because I think it's kind of dead now. So we're just gonna have some fun. But I want to talk about Ahsoka. So here we are. Just a second, I gotta grab some. Gotta grab the other phone. Right, Coach. Right, Coach. Right, huh? All right, guys. So here I am back. Let's have this conversation. First off, I want to talk about what we saw. I want to talk about Anakin. First off, Yavin 4 mentioned that he has Darth Vader's lightsaber. He's dressed like Anakin Skywalker. He is not showing any Sith signs beyond Vader's lightsaber. So, what are we seeing? We're seeing the Chosen One. And I want to go back to a video that Star Wars Theory had out there. First off, in the very beginning, in the first episode, when Ahsoka goes to the temple to get the map, and she's listening to those pillar stone things, and you hear a voice deeply embedded into the ambient noise of what's going on. And it's a voice saying, is he the chosen one? He is the chosen one. And some people thought it was Maul, but when I listened to it, I agree with Theory that it wasn't. It's the son. Okay. So let's go fast forward to episode 4 at the end. Anakin comes walking out. Okay, Anakin comes walking up and says, I didn't think you would be here this soon. Don't know what it means. We know she's not dead, but she's in the world between worlds, because that's what that is. And he looks like a Force ghost. He doesn't look, he's solid, but he's not. And he's solid within that realm. Okay, but when you first see him, it looks like you could see right through him. Okay. And he has Vader's lightsaber, but he's wearing the Clone Wars get-up from ROT, Revenge of the Sith, and the Clone Wars animated show. So I wanna say that the Chosen One was never supposed to be a Jedi. All right, that wasn't the prophecy. The Chosen One was not necessarily supposed to be a Sith. These are people who are sentient beings that have devoted themselves to one side of the Force or the other. The Chosen One is there to bring balance. So I think the way he's dressed, he's younger. The scar on his face is not there yet. I think the thing is, he is the Chosen One. That's what to me, there's a balance. He has Vader's lightsaber, but he's dressed like a Jedi. Okay. So the balance is there. He's wearing black because that's what Anakin chose to wear. And that's what they're trying to show. Now you've got the element of Mortis being part of this. Now, you could speculate that what she's actually looking at is the son, because remember, he could show up as Shmi Skywalker, as Ahsoka, in her adult form, a little blue animal that bites her and turns her to the dark side. So it could be him, but because again, we've got the voice asking, is he the chosen one? He is the chosen one. That's not Darth Maul. Okay, that's the son of Mortis. Um, so that's what I think all of that means. All right, I think that's what it means. I think we are going to get some more background to Mortis itself, probably. They are in the world between worlds. This is what we were waiting for. I'm shocked it came so soon. Um, we can talk about everything. They basically took the Haldo maneuver and just with it. When um, Morgan Elsbeth says, make the jump, and they make the jump, the ship is already gone. All right, it's gone. And what Ryan Johnson and Pablo Hidalgo and the rest of these jagoffs have done, um, she's not dreaming. She's in the world between worlds. Stop this. Look at the scene. She's not dreaming. Okay, that's really Anakin Skywalker. Okay, stop trying to poo-poo it. Okay, just stop it. And you're also interrupting me, so now I can't remember where I was. Okay, so we're talking about the jump. They make the jump to light speed, and what when you to hyperspace? What Ryan Johnson doesn't understand, what Pablo Hidalgo forgot, because he's a moron and doesn't know anything about science, is hyperspace is a different dimension. It's literally, look, part of the reason why people didn't like Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull is when he says their dimension, they leap, they're basically, when he's talking about the aliens, they're going into a different dimension. Okay, that's how Star Wars is. Okay, it isn't light speed. Hyperspace is a completely different realm. Okay, and it's very interesting to me looking at it from the hindsight being 2020 and looking at TLJ. Obviously, hyperspace being a different dimension was lost on the people who wrote the fucking story. Okay, because because basically Ahsoka just exploded TLJ. Again, we've got Ahsoka, who's a powerful Jedi, powerful Force wielder, getting her ass kicked by a man. Okay, that would never happen to Rey. Well, Rey's bullshit. Okay, Rey is bullshit. You've got a guy who's what, 6'2", 6'3", who weighs probably 200 pounds, beating the shit out of her. Look, men's muscle density is greater than a woman's by a lot. Okay. His stamina is a lot more than hers because she's weaker. Okay, it just, he was going to beat her, or because they were in a fight to the death. And again, you gotta look at what he says. Basically, you gotta destroy in order to preserve, to bring better. That's Dave Filoni telling people, we got this, we got this. Okay, it's not anything else. So we've got the world between worlds. We've got Anakin as the chosen one, no scar, dressed in Clone Wars gear, Vader's lightsaber. Who cares? He's the chosen one. This is what it's supposed to be. Balancing the dark and the light and bring balance to the Force. That's what he did, okay? That's what he does. And you've got the Eye of Scions jump into hyperspace. You've got Hera, the ghost, flying around, lose a couple, maybe 3 of the X-Wings. Her and Carson are like, now, what just happened? Are they in a different timeline now? Because it's literally quiet, and Jason's looking at his mom going, what the fuck? Okay, we don't know. because that bit of machinery that was built is the most powerful hyperdrive ever built in Star Wars. Okay, all right, we don't know, but again, hyperspace is a jump into a different dimension, and everything gets elongated. And being in the situation that you would be in that hyperspace ring, time slows down. Okay, that's it. Literally you're in a different dimension, and it's a lot. It's a lot different than warp speed. It's a lot different than light. I mean, light speed that can't compare to hyperspace. Even though in Star Wars they kind of go back and forth. No light speed, Leia to Han, and Empire Strikes Back. But we know that when they make the jump to hyperspace, which light speed hyperspace, they're going into a different dimension, literally, and it's a path that's quicker. If you look at where Ahsoka's standing, she's standing on one of those blue paths that's light. She sees Anakin standing behind her. Okay, that is directly out of the World Between Worlds episode of Rebels. Okay, and you don't see any doors yet. I mean, you just see the paths going here and there, all these different things. And Anakin standing there with that smile on his face. Now, somebody asked me this question yesterday. I can't remember which one of you guys it was. Did this take place before or after Ahsoka was with Luke at whatever place he's building his Jedi Practium? It's probably before. Okay, it's probably before. Because, where did I read this? Mandalorian is 5 years after Return of the Jedi. Okay. I think Ahsoka starts then too. Okay. So you get Mandalorian season 2. And she captures Morgan. Morgan gets taken to a ship. Morgan gets rescued by Balin, and there you go. Okay, so it's about probably 5-6 years after Return of the Jedi. This is before the Book of Boba Fett, where Mando goes to see Grogu, and he's been with Luke like for what, 3 years? That which is after all this crap happened. Okay, so I am just kind of really appreciating the depth of work that this has become. If I do expect to see Luke in this somewhere. Maybe since you've got Harrison Dula involved, I don't like her, and I don't like her kid at all. I think probably Leia. I'm not gonna sit there and make a prediction, but I can see Ahsoka needing Luke's help. Okay, now what is the outcome? Well, again, I'm not sure where this is gonna go. It's quick. The World Between Worlds is quicker than I thought it was gonna happen. Now maybe it won't be this season that we see them change time. All right. Now maybe the galaxy that Ahsoka's Sabine is headed for is a different timeline of what's going on now. You know, it could be actually the ST timeline, and they pull Thrawn out of there and bring him into the timeline that we're in. Could be that. All right, but someplace, Palpatine has to be killed right away to make all of this stuff, the good stuff happen. Okay, and he's got to be taken care of. And I don't see Ahsoka doing it. I see either Anakin or Luke, or both of them. In my opinion, to give it gravitas and to give it some power, it has to be, Skywalker that was enslaved or could have been enslaved by Palpatine. I mean, this is a dance they've been doing for decades, okay? Palpatine, father figure, Palpatine the master, Vader the chump, okay? Anakin the chump. And I don't see Anakin wanting or allowing, if he can, Palpatine to have the chance to regenerate himself, no matter what. But again, it could be the son. What we saw could have been the son of Mortis, okay? Because I'm pretty sure the voice that's embedded in the ambient noise that, and go to Star Wars Theory to watch it. I think it's his latest video, or one of his latest. The voice is definitely that of the son of Mortis, and it's like, okay. What else? Oh, okay. So, and all right. So Sabine, gets into a fight with Shin. Shin beats her ass. Or no, she actually beats Shin, kind of. Shin just runs off. Sabine shows up and basically breaks her promise to Ahsoka by not destroying the map. She gives it to Baylan, and because Baylan basically manipulates her with her friendship with Ezra, and basically she basically drops the ball. Okay, instead of going boom like that, she gives it to Baylan. Baylan puts it back on that stone, and the Eye of Sion is in the zone, and they just go. Okay. And again, then we have them mocking TLJ. All right, they have them mocking TLJ. They have them mocking Rey by Ahsoka getting her ass kicked, and she got her ass kicked. She put up a hell of a fight, but again, Baylan is bigger, he's stronger, and he's got more stamina. He's a guy, and Ahsoka might be a Togruta, but she's still a female Togruta. Okay, she's not, again, women don't have the muscle density of a man. We're not, so that makes us not as physically strong. And that's fine. That's fine. We don't need to be out wandering around acting like we can beat the shit out of everybody. Okay, just, that's not what ladies do. All right, it's when you watch Ahsoka fight, it doesn't matter who she's fighting, she's using finesse. When you watch Baylan fight, or Obi-Wan, or Anakin himself, or Luke, there's physical power and finesse. Okay, not saying that Ahsoka and the female Jedi don't have physical power, but it's not what a man has. Okay, and that's what we saw. So basically, they're mocking Mary Sue by making a very favorite Jedi of the fans get her ass kicked. Okay, look, Luke got his ass kicked by Vader. All right, no one complained. All right, no one said, we're not happy with this. He's a big pussy. No, he was not up to the challenge. And Vader, being Vader, okay, just overpowered him. All right, and because he can master what he was a master of what he had to be. All right, he was a Sith master basically, even though he was Palpatine's apprentice. Um, and Luke is just a rookie. I mean, a callow, wet behind the ears rookie who doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. Okay. And, the only Jedi that could uh, go toe to toe with Vader is Obi-Wan. I mean, look, it's not that Obi-Wan lost the fight in A New Hope. He sacrificed himself because he knew he wouldn't die, like die, okay? And that's why he had a smile on his face. He sacrificed himself. Again, it goes to things that George has said. He's told his kids they're Methodist, Christian, and Buddhist. Okay, so sacrificing, you know, giving your life for a friend. Okay, and sacrifice in what Christians believe is very, very, very important. And the balance comes from Eastern religion and Buddhism. Okay, it's not. It's a different way of looking at the world. Got the yin and yang. You've got the black side with the white, and you've got the white side with the black in it. That's balance, and that's what George is talking about there. So, and yet, Obi-Wan sacrifices himself so Luke, Han, and Leia can escape. And they're allowed to escape, as Leia said, but in the end, Tarkin's hubris and the fact that the Empire really didn't understand what Galen Erso had done until it was too late, like way too late, like boom, oh shit. All right. They didn't realize that what the X-Wings were trying to do is get to that exhaust port because it led right to the core, and the little torpedoes could set the whole thing on fire, and that's what they did. What else? Ooh, I said that's a bad thing. Don't say it just Ahsoka episode 4 is now a whole new world. Okay, because we have the Veil of the Force, Anakin Skywalker, and Ahsoka looking at him like, and him saying, I didn't think I'd see you here this soon. Or I can't remember what he said, but so I gotta go because I'm hungry and it's lunchtime. You guys have a good afternoon and have a great day. And if you haven't seen it, see it. Don't listen to the black pills, black pill blobs. Ahsoka is really utterly fantastic. I mean, I loved every bit of it. This last episode was jaw dropping. All right, especially the end, and that's Anakin Skywalker, the chosen one, not Jedi or Sith. Okay, so if he's got Vader's saber, that's a deliberate tell for something else. Again, it could be the sun, I suppose. I could see that happening. But you got to remember. Now, this is interesting. That something that theory brought up. Star Wars theory basically said because Ahsoka was saved by the daughter, and you see the Moai, Morai, the owl. Everywhere Ahsoka is, you see an owl somewhere. That's the daughter. Okay, the daughter is now part of who Ahsoka is. Now, can Ahsoka die? Yeah, I think you're going way too far-fetched on, she can't die, she has to live forever. No, not really. But when you hear the voice at the very beginning of the series, when she's in the temple, and you hear that voice, the son is talking to the daughter in that, and Ahsoka's like the conduit, right? Because remember, I'm going to leave you guys with this. Go watch Rebels, Wolves in a Door, and then World Between Worlds. Worlds, the Wolves in a Door, you see the son. He's the only character whose eyes light up. And he's really the only character, I think, that says anything on that father, son, and daughter mural. All right. I think maybe the daughter says something too. But her eyes don't light up. The son's does. So he's not dead. Okay. He's not gone. All right. Anyway, I gotta go. I'm hungry. I'll see you guys around the galaxy. Have a great afternoon. And we're in a whole new ball game now, guys. That was the midpoint of the series. Now everything just keeps, stakes just get higher. See you around the galaxy.